what you were able to learn today.
Well, it was a very good meeting with all of the employees of the Pay Center here in Miramichi. It was an opportunity to let them know that what's happening with Phoenix has nothing to do with them, that I have every confidence in their ability to get the job done. This is a enterprise-wide solution for a pay system that's the largest in the country. We're talking 300,000 employees. There are bound to be challenges, but I wanted to make sure that the employees here in Miramichi knew that what was happening with Phoenix did not reflect on them, and that their jobs are secure, that the Pay Center will remain here in Miramichi.
What about today, are you closer to knowing what went wrong and how to fix it quickly?
Well, you know, what's really exciting about meeting with the employees and giving them that sense of comfort that they don't have to worry is that they're being very innovative and very creative in terms of finding solutions to some of the challenges that we're facing. We are working very hard. Certainly we put in place a temporary pay center in Gatineau to deal with the backlog, because initially when Phoenix came online there were a backlog of cases, 40,000 to be exact, that was rolled over to Phoenix, and of course that put added pressure on the employees here, and we didn't want that to happen because that was impacting the job that they were able to do and put some stress on them. So what we're doing is we're putting as many employees in place as we can in the temporary pay center to deal with the backlog of issues so that the employees here at Miramichi can do the job that they were intended to do.
Many of these issues were around before Phoenix, and the union had asked the government not to implement Phoenix until they were cleared up. Was there any thought to have delaying it longer till some of the issues that were here were cleaned up first?
The problem we had was that we had a payroll system that was 40 years old that had completely broken down on occasion. So there was no doubt that the payroll system needed to be changed, and the previous government made that decision to do that. When I asked questions about when they were ready to launch Phoenix, because as you know we inherited this decision, whether or not there were any problems that we could expect, whether or not we were actually we were ready to go. I was assured that we were, but with any system, I mean, I'm not naive. I realize that there are bound to be challenges. Anything of this magnitude, when you're talking about technology, there are bound to be challenges. But of the magnitude that we're experiencing, I don't think anybody foresaw that, and so that is the problem that we're having right now, is making sure that the backlog is dealt with, but our priority has been to make sure that anyone who didn't receive a check received that check. So the 720 people who had not received a paycheck at all, we undertook to deal with them on a priority basis. 486 of those will have received a paycheck on today's payroll system. The other 20 didn't, or the other 200 didn't, because there would have been missing information. The information is entered by departments, so if there was a name spelled wrong or if there was a wrong address, then that will go back to the department. I'm told that that has now been cleared up as well, and they will be issued checks on the next payroll.
Mr. Foote, about a month ago, the Ottawa Citizen had an editorial that suggested that the problems could be fixed easier if the payroll center was closer to the source, meaning in Ottawa or Gatineau where it was before. Is there any truth in that?
That's never going to happen. We have the payroll center here in Miramichi. The quality of the individuals and the competency of the individuals here are second to none. The payroll center will not be leaving Miramichi.
What about
the moral of the employees?
We've had a good discussion. I've met with all of the employees. Some of them are feeling better than others because they're all handling different types of cases. So that's to be understood. And we have assured them that whatever resources are required, we're going to make available to them to try and make their lives or their jobs better for them. They were very forthcoming in terms of some of the issues they're dealing with and how we could help. And that was important for me to hear firsthand today, to be here, to listen to them. And I think that's part of the issue too, is that they needed to be listened to. And they need to know that we're going to get back to them with resolutions to help them deal with the cases that they're dealing with on a daily basis.
When do you expect to fix the problem for good?
Well, we're hoping to have this resolved in the not too distant future, but bearing in mind, again, as I said, it's a huge undertaking. We're talking about 300,000 employees. The reality of it is that there will continue to be challenges, as there is with any system, but not of the magnitude that we're experiencing today. So we are hopeful, and we do briefings every week or every second week whenever we're able to do so with the media in Ottawa. The deputy will be speaking tomorrow in terms of updates of numbers. She will be getting more numbers tonight, so all of that will be revealed tomorrow.
There are employees that have been having to incur, credit card fees, bank carrying charges, those kinds of things. Will they be compensated for that?
What we're going to do, and what I've said repeatedly, is that people that are experiencing hardship, it's certainly something that we're not comfortable with, and neither are they, of course. We're going to have to look at this on a case-by-case basis, and we will be doing just that.
Would it help to hire more people here? Would that alleviate anything, even maybe temporarily?
Well, we've hired more people here, as you know. We started out with 540. We hired an additional 50 people. We have casuals there. I'm told there are over 600 people working here now, including some students that have been hired as well. We need to get the system working as it should, and then we'll have to make a decision whether or not the numbers we have are sufficient. But right now we need to deal with the challenges that are before us, so that's why we've hired people to deal with the backlog of cases. That's why, but they're hired on a temporary basis, not on a full-time basis.
How often are you in contact with the union? Because I know they're quite concerned about what's going on. Are they happy with the pace of things that are going, that you guys are doing?
Well, my deputy speaks to the head of the union on a regular basis. It's important to stay in touch with them. It's important to listen to them and to hear through them their concerns of their employees. But for me, as the minister responsible, it was important for me to be here and to hear firsthand what the employees have to say.
Is the solution training related or software related?
I think it's a combination. I think, not training in the sense of the employees here. The employees here have been well trained. They know their jobs. They're doing a superb job with what's expected of them. I think we need to do some more education around departments, because don't forget, the information that's entered is entered by the departments. So the human resources people and the finance officers in the various departments enter the information that is then processed by Phoenix, by the employees here. So maybe we didn't do a good enough job of making sure that the people in the departments were educated properly to what was expected of them. So it's a combination, and of course when you introduce any new software, there are bound to be new types of issues that arise. I was told that there were 16,000 different payroll scenarios that were tested prior to Phoenix being launched. Do you cover them all off? If we had done, if the previous government had done 16,001, would that have taken care of it? But so who's to say? All I know is that we are committed to making the system right, to making sure that people get paid. It's totally unacceptable for anyone to put in a day's work and not get paid for that work. Thank you. Thank you.
Need a picture.